Okay, well, here we go. All right, folks, hi-ho, and welcome back to Turwinkle Talks, and we find ourselves this Saturday in the Arathor Highlands. And why have we come out to the Arathor Highlands? Not only to here, but riding on this magnificent, that's right, this wonderful Rivendare's steed here, the Death Charger. He's just magnificent. And I love riding around him with my Blood Elf Warrior Furyborn. It just is a match made in heaven. But the reason why we're doing that tonight is right down here at a guild we're going to talk to that we've talked to before, but things have changed up a little bit. And so we want to do a little refresher and allow you guys the opportunity to come in, if you haven't met them the first time, get a chance to meet them all over again, or again for the first time, however that goes. So tonight we're talking to the Horde side, and we're talking to an awesome guild called the Defilers of Arathor. And right up front here, if we can get a little look at him, is the Warbringer himself, Terraville. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, Turwinkle.
And
it's good to see you again.
You too, sir. And you guys have found your way from your other server here to Wyrmrest Accord. How long have you guys been on Wyrmrest Accord?
So it's been about 3 weeks now, and we've gotten a great welcome, and it's a refreshing environment to be in. Everybody's been fantastic. The RP has been great. It's a significant increase, and we've even had to find a need to reorganize ourselves and to make it even more immersive for our guild members and for any recruits that are interested. And we've been working hard at that and sticking together, and we've met fantastic people here. A couple new people that have just been absolutely fantastic.
All right, awesome. And so let's see who you brought with you tonight. I guess we'll start right over here on the end here with I'm not sure how you say that.
Oh, Malaise.
Is it?
I use like out of character names just because I have like a couple different versions of this character.
Oh, okay. And so it's Malaise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, excellent. And how long have you been in the guild, Malaise?
Well, I found them shortly after they moved over to Wyrmrest. They hadn't even moved their main guild over yet. So, Turwinkle whispered me. We went back and forth like a couple of hours on Discord, and we had a really good time talking with each other. So, I moved over here and been having a good time.
Oh, excellent. Alrighty. And let's see. Let me move over here. And first, what we're going to do is do that. And then we can move over here. Yeah, there we go. And next, is it Nalost? Nalost?
I pronounce it Neolost.
Oh, Neolost. Oh, excellent. And tell us how you met the Defilers of Arathor.
I was wandering around Stormguard Keep nearby, and I asked a friendly rogue for directions because I was very confused, and started RPing with him. And right here at Galen's Fall, I became a DOA member.
Oh, excellent. And how long have you been in the guild?
I'd say about 4, maybe 5 weeks, right before the move to Wyrmrest Accord.
Awesome. All right, great. And next. There we go. Is it Bertrando?
That's perfect.
Wow, Bertrando. Excellent. Now you're on a mount, so that means you've been in the guild a little bit longer? You got promoted?
I've been active with the guild for about 6 months now.
Oh, excellent. And how did Bertrando find his way into the guild? What's the story arc there? How did your character get into the guild?
Well, out of character, I was in a PvP server that was slowly people, so I came over here to the RP, and went to the WoW forums and heard lots of good things about the Defilers. Ended up stalking Tyrville until he invited me.
All right, excellent. And tell us a little bit about Bertrando.
Well, Bertrando really knows very little about the undead. He was Alliance for his entire life. And so this whole undead experience is new to him, and he's learning to learn from the guild.
Oh, excellent. Learning what it is to be forsaken.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Awesome. Next, Necromortis?
Just Necro's fine.
Oh, Necros. Well, hello, sir.
Hey, Turwinkle, how are you?
Good. How long have you been in the guild?
Maybe 3 weeks now.
Oh, excellent. And already have risen to the ranks of being able to ride a mount.
Yeah, it's been a fun time.
What do you love about the Defilers of Arathor?
I mean, Tyrville's the one who just whispered me out of the blue trying to invite me over to the guild, and I started, joining them. It sounded like a fun thing. I've always been interested in the Forsaken RP. But it's been really amazing is just doing mythics and just gearing up with them and just the support they've given me. I've just returned to the game recently, and they've been really supportive and getting me back in the swing of things.
All right, awesome. That's great to hear. We'll go more into that a little down the line. Now, on the other side of Tyrville, we've got Caldrice.
Hello, Caldris.
Caldrice.
A lot of people pronounce it wrong. Tyrville does. It's kind of a rite of passage too.
Well, I mean, I am Turwinkle after all, so I mean that's to be expected. So, how long have you been in the guild, sir?
I've been in the Defilers for 3, maybe 4 years now.
Oh, excellent.
The right hand of Tyrville, co-GM, all that good jazz.
Right, right.
The monkey on his back.
And what's one of the things that you like about Warm Rest Accord versus where you guys came from?
It has to be hands down the RP. On Emerald Dream, what I found personally in my experience was the Horde RP as a whole, and not just Forsaken, it was lacking, and I'd been dissatisfied with it for quite some time. And whenever it was brought up that the guild might move to Warm Rest, I was all for it. And after experiencing the RP that we've gotten so far, I don't regret it at all. I think it was a good move for the guild as a whole.
All right, awesome. And last but certainly not least, over here on the end of Hennings.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Good. And how long have you been in the Defilers of Arathor?
A few weeks, I think, before they transferred the actual guild over.
Oh, excellent. And how did you find out about them?
I'd heard about them from Emerald Dream, and then I heard they were moving here, and I'd play here, so.
Oh, excellent. And so, were you in another guild, or were you just looking for a home to come to?
I was just looking for a home.
Oh, excellent. And what do you like about them?
They're fun. They're interesting people, to say the least.
All right. And finally, tell us a little bit about Hennings.
She's small, she stutters, and she likes to stab things. So.
Okay, excellent. Small, stutters, and likes to stab things. That is a fantastic tagline. All right, wonderful. Now, Tyrville. So all these folks have come to join this awesome guild called the Defilers of Arathor. Now, this guild's been around for how long now?
In December, it'll be 6 years.
6 years. And
maybe late November. I don't quite recall. It's either December 12th or November 28th. I can't remember exactly which one it is. I have to go find the old recruitment post.
Right. And for those folks who don't know, how did you come up with the name Defilers of Arathor? What does that mean?
We were originally in the Keepers of Stromgarde, years and years ago when they first moved over from Venture Company. We found them, just like many people found DOA as we come over to WRA. Very similar circumstance. It's new to RP. Absolutely was completely immersed in Keepers of Strong Guard, and the RP in the area, the surrounding areas, the idea behind it, and honestly, just the unity and community that it brought to an RP guild that both fights for something and has something to rally behind, which is Strong Guard.
Oh, excellent.
And yeah, and we decided to make an undead guild, and me and one of the Keepers of Strong Guard's oldest members, we came over, we started Defilers of Arathor, and it seemed fitting, and we've been fighting different guilds in the area throughout the northern eastern kingdoms for many years now, with many wins and losses.
Now, what kind of guild is the Defilers of Arathor? Is it a heavy roleplay guild, medium, light? Do you guys PvP, PvE, mythics? I've heard mythics there. What kind of guild is it?
So we like to be very diverse. In the past, we were very heavy RP and heavy world PvP, and because of that, when world PvP didn't work out, we could turn to RP, but it always kind of ventured around that situation. So over the years, we found it best to be a little bit more diverse in our activities, so that bad circumstances can't get you down if you have a bad week or something like that. So through that, we have we still do a lot of PvP. We are definitely a heavy RP guild, and at the moment, we are reworking ourselves from coming from Emerald Dream and creating, as I mentioned before, an even more immersive environment, and that is moving quickly and be in progress. We are very heavy into the Mythic Pluses. We carry all of our members for gear, and we have a great time just sitting in Discord and having a good time. And we had a previous raid team, but with the unfortunate impact of the end of the expansion blues,
right.
Many of our members have taken a break for the time being, and as we come into BFA, we will be starting that back up with our rated Battleground group, and of course spending a lot of our time in Arathi and Hillsbrad and the upcoming events with Undercity, which we really look forward to.
Wonderful. So you guys are new to Wormrest Accord, and so you're looking for folks to come and join your roleplay. Now let's just imagine that Turwinkle is looking to join you. First of all, he's going to have to die. then he
be arranged.
Excuse me?
No, nothing. Nothing. Carry on.
So as a Forsaken player or a Horde player, and I want to join your guild, first and foremost, who do I talk to?
So at the moment, you can talk to a couple different people. We have anything that is a captain and above in our guild, which with the move and everything like that, we don't always have people in. So you can always talk to any one of our members who will direct you to us. So that, and by us, excuse me, I mean Caldreese, myself, Nakash, who is a rogue in the guild, and it's Nachash, the spelling, you'll see him on. Plague Drool, who is our lead apothecary and has been for many years. And any one of those members you can speak to, and they will do. We do a short. Well, sometimes it's not a short interview. We enjoy our long conversations, and getting into how you feel about things. We'll cover Cult of Forgotten Shadows if you're kind of into that. The apothecaries, some of the more militaristic stuff if that's kind of your vibe. DOA is very much a militaristic guild, but we pride ourselves on diversity of just everything that involves that aspect. The ice cream truck is going by. I apologize.
Get me something.
Yeah, no problem. We want Captain America pop or...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's running around the neighborhood for the summer.
Oh, there you go. Hey, it's got to start sometime.
Yes. My apologies.
Oh, no worries.
Cool treats for these hot takes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So
Excellent.
Just one more thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on having beyond the militaristic view of it, where we sometimes get into a more philosophical view of the life and death of the Forsaken, and we spend a lot of our RP not just in military operations, but in a lot of our favorite just RP discussions of character, stories, and development, and just hanging out and RPing wherever it is. It's just we're a guild that just likes to. We have a very strong community. A lot of us have played together for a good amount of time. You see a lot of our newer members here, but they will quickly get sucked into the strength of our community. We're very, very tight knit.
All right, excellent. Now, is there an age restriction getting into the guild?
We prefer older members, but our main thing that we look at is your ability in DOA. So we look for people that are willing to. I should close the garage door, but sorry, my desk is in the garage and it's hot today.
No, that's fine. No, you're fine.
So
you're fine.
We look for both maturity and ability.
Okay.
Everybody in the guild, as Necro said, we bring people in. We help people both develop their storyline and whether it's gear, PvP ability, PvE ability. But we're looking for people that are going to do more. They want to improve. They want to be part of the guild, and they want to be built. They want to build something.
Okay.
Two of our most important members were actually 16 when they joined. Blightbane, my former co-GM, being the one, and who is currently deployed in Jordan at the moment. So shout out to Blightbane.
Yeah.
Out there.
Thank you for your service. You bet.
And they are honestly more mature than I am and have been for years. So it's not so much the age restriction. We prefer the 18 plus, but as I'm sure many people know, there's really not an age restriction on somebody's maturity,
right,
and ability for lore, and yeah.
Right, exactly. All right. Now, is there a class or race restriction getting into the guild?
There is absolutely a race restriction.
Oh, what? Pray tell.
Yes. So we are a Forsaken military guild, and unlike some Forsaken guilds, and I'm not insulting any of the guilds that allow Death Knights of other races in. We are undead only in terms of that. And you will see a couple. We have 2 trolls in the guild, both Amani, and I believe one of them is Witherbark.
Oh.
They're from. There was a time when on Emerald Dream recruitment got very bad. They were old members, and we had a friends and family policy for non-undead at the time.
All right.
And it felt bad to transfer over back to WRA and say get out. So we grandfathered them in because it would be extremely disrespectful.
Well, hey, somebody's got to keep all you guys stitched together, and
That's right. That's right. So they have stories that do that, and they're really those people that are coming over that are grandfathered in are the only exceptions we make to that Forsaken rule. So other than that, in moving forward, we are entirely Forsaken based.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Is there a level requirement for getting into the guild?
We do not have a level requirement. We prefer 110 in max levels, but we also understand there's people coming back to the game. We understand that people are leveling new characters. If you have an interest in the guild, feel free to let one of us know. We always promote everybody to get to max level because we do a lot of PvP and endgame content between just our RP. So being of max level is very important, but we are absolutely willing to both help you level, help you get stuff to move forward. But we love having members that level in the guild get to max level, and have done that within Defilers of Arathor, because it really helps promote that sense of community and belonging when you have, I'm going to use quotations, of grown up within the guild.
Okay. Excellent. Now, there was a question in the chat that says DOA doesn't want my Pandaren then?
We do not. Pandaren was actually the one race we had the restriction even during the friends and family situation,
Oh, wow.
simply because there's just no way for their lore that works with Forsaken. It's just such an antithesis that, because I have discussed it with a few people through the years, even when we didn't have the policy, that it has come up, and some great discussions at that time.
So I think Kelrice says that maybe a little bit of gold might sway you.
Maybe.
It'd have to be a hefty purse.
Oh,
from time to time.
What are we talking here? 1,000 gold? Would that see that
1,000
application
gold
slide
might be
through?
a little bit low.
Low.
Might be a
let's-
little low.
Okay. Let me do the talking for Tyrvul. 500, but you also throw in a torn skin purse.
Okay.
And that's quite the deal, you know.
Yeah, you have to buy weapons for all of the troops, right?
That's right.
Okay. Now, is there an IC or OOC interview they have to go through to get into the guild?
We are doing that, yes, at the moment. We have to, with our bit of an RP change as we came over to the server, because on Emerald Dream, it became to a point where we could no longer RP in a lot of contested areas because we could go 10 or 15 minutes before we'd be attacked. So we've had to dig up some old RP interview stuff, and we've started implementing that again. So yes, there is an interview.
Okay.
And regards to that, it's either short or long. It's depending on how you would like to have it. We go over basic information, guild, short guild history, and our current status.
All right.
And what our situation is.
Excellent. And finally, do I have to know how to roleplay to join the Defilers of Arathor?
No, we will teach you
Wow.
if you do not know.
Oh, excellent.
We've had plenty of members over the years who've joined for the all undead atmosphere, but didn't know or were not comfortable with RPing at all, and we got to them one-on-one Discord, reached out to them and helped them out with lore, and eventually eased them into RP with not only one-on-one but with the guild as well.
Oh, okay. Excellent. I was just looking at Steve. Steve showed up at the interview here, and it was good to see Steve. He has a Twitter, if you're not following Steve. Layla, if you want to put put that in the chat, where people can follow
Check
Steve.
that out.
Yeah, shout out to Steve. He was just here, so he may show up again tonight. Check out stuff. But you can follow Steve on Twitter, and everybody wants more Steve. But
I don't know what it is, but I want more Steve.
so excellent, and that's good to hear, because there's going to be, especially with BFA launching here in August, there's going to be a lot of people looking for homes, especially Forsaken players. And maybe once folks see this and they want to get into the roleplay scene, it's good to know that there's a guild there that's going to help them learn how to roleplay. And because it's not an easy thing to do on your own, but if you have a guild behind you, and you probably feel a little bit more comfortable trying it out in front of people that rather than doing it solo and getting people calling you noob and all that good stuff. So, or bad stuff.
It can be a stress-inducing thing to try to RP with people you don't know or start. You don't know where to begin. You don't know where to start off on. Yeah, it's much easier when you know the people around, and that's with our strong community. It makes it very easy to bring new RPers in, and even old RPers, and mix them together, and you learn a lot. I did every time we RP. To be fair, I pick up something, and it's great.
Oh,
great.
excellent.
Turwinkle, one thing I'd love
yes.
to run down the quick kind of. Defilers has an interesting Forsaken situation at the moment, and I will make it. I know we're getting a little bit on time here, but make it very brief. Defilers was once loyal to Galen Trobane, who was the fallen prince of Stromgard, who we found out later in spoilers for Legion, for those who have not done the Death Knight quest. He turns out to have killed Thoris Trobane, the last king of Stromgard, and attempted to seize control of the kingdom, which he failed at, and then he was murdered, risen as Forsaken, and continued to lead an assault on Stromgard, which we were very much part of. And in our story, we assisted in the assault that ended up taking Stromgard, at which point Galen actually declared sovereignty from the Undercity, which the Defilers, not wanting to be entirely part of that and knowing the situation that would unfold if that happened to be allied with them, that it would not be good for them. They would probably be executed or taken to the Apothecarium for reconditioning. So we abandoned that. However, we look at it and because of that, we see many of the Forsaken view us as untrustworthy. And DOA looks to gain the trust of the Forsaken. We're not particularly a fan of Sylvanas, but DOA has always been, and even with Galen, a means to an end to reclaim Stromgard and defend Lordaeron. We consider the Forsaken our people. So we look at it as a sliding scale as you get closer to Undercity and very heavily Undercity-controlled territories, the less we are liked by the Forsaken there. And the closer you get to Stromgard, and particularly Galen's Fall, the more liked we are by the populace, and more they trust us. And that's just kind of how we view our situation. And upcoming into BFA, as we look at the battle upcoming into Stromgard, our goal to reestablish the trust and loyalty that we have the Forsaken comes to a prime opportunity. So, like I said earlier, we're very much looking forward to that fight and ensuing and helping any Forsaken having to escape the city afterwards and running operations back to it once that happens to see what we can do. So we're very excited to battle for Azeroth. And of course, there's the Stromgard warfront that our rivals Northgard, formerly Kingdom of Arathor, are chomping at the bit to get a piece of us, just as we are of them.
Oh, excellent!
We've been going back and forth for almost as long as we've been around as well. They're the sires of Keepers of Stromgard.
All right, awesome. Now, let us assume that Turwinkle again was killed, Raisin is Forsaken. He passed your interview process. You guys love him, and you want him in the guild. He's in the guild now. So what are the rules that I have to follow now that I'm a part of the Defilers of Arathor? So
I will start with the beginning one. And Caldres, please feel free to chime in if I miss anything, as usual. That is his primary job as my co-GM, is to pick up my slack and make sure that I
look good.
Best co-GM you could ask for.
Yeah, make you look good.
I just want to die.
He says that a lot. It's a lot of work to be my chaperone.
Right. He is your Alfred.
I ask too much of him. Batman. Yeah,
Batman. Okay,
absolutely.
All right.
So, what I usually start off with is that our guild chat is not in character. We do require TRP3, and we are getting more into TRP3 Extended, making some quests, making some items as we come further into our redesign. And everybody is allowed to make guild events in the guild. We think that promotes more activity. So from the lowest member, newest member, they're allowed to make events within reason. You're not leading in-character marches into enemy territory as a new member, to be fair. But any sort of get-togethers, gatherings, stuff like that to develop your character, you're more than welcome to make guild events. We have another rule, which is titles are earned in the guild. So titles like Executor, Captain, those are all, and as a Trooper, which is our brand new members that earn into their organization, they are usually troopers or something of that, so you can't have that Dreadguard title while you're a trooper or your apothecary title yet. But you earn it, and it's not a long process. So,
Okay.
in addition, we have a couple transmog rules. As you can see, we're all in our blues right now, as we call them, and that's kind of our matches the Undercity Tabard and goes with that colors. And then our other one is our Defiler Green transmog. So those are only necessary for ceremony events, special events, and it's usually told beforehand if that is required. We try to give a good notice.
Sir, pardon me.
Yes.
But you know, and if we scooch back here, let me do this. Let's do this and do this. What's going on here? I don't see. Yeah, I'm not seeing the tabard here, sir. Do you want me to begin the whippings?
Yes, begin the whippings. The tabard isn't. At this one, we didn't 100% require it because we're in the Arathi Highlands.
I see. So you don't have to dress up for me. I get it.
That's not so much the case.
Hey, it was short notice, okay?
It was a bit
short notice. You're getting jokes now.
Wait, yeah, hold on, sir. Wow. Shame. If someone ring a bell behind her, we'll walk her back over to the camp here. Shame. I kid. I'm sorry, sir. I just, all right.
Oh no, it's a good catch. So we have that. Usually the Undercity Tabard is required, but with short notice on that, and we all pulled together. And like I said, those are special events. We let people know beforehand, so that includes your our Defiler Greens, which can either be the Guild Tabard or the Battle Tabard of the Defilers, if people have it, and like I said, the blues of the Undercity. Other than that, if it's not a special event, we don't really have a uniform policy of any type. We don't inspect. We like to take a look at people's transmogs, and of course we go, hey, that doesn't match, and you're more than willing to change it up. We don't hold a gun to your head and force you to change it.
Okay.
Anytime that there is an event that requires transmog, Guild covers that transmog fee if they require it. A lot of people don't, but we cover a lot of things in terms of the Guild for gold costs, because we know transmogging into the Undercity colors and then into your other ones, I mean, you're looking at 1,200 gold, and it starts to add up if we have a couple events a week. So,
right. All right.
We have a.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
We have a couple mount policies in regards to that. So you need the purple and the green skeletal horse, and the vicious skeletal horse if you have it. In regards to that, and that is again for events and everything like that. So you're on your appropriate horse, and we look beautiful in our tight formations and our transmogs. And then as well, we have the Frostworm, which is our guild mount, or the Armored Bloodwing, which is the Armored Bloodwing is not required because we know it costs money, and we again do not look to force guild members to pay any real life money.
Well, let's see. Do you guys have that? Does anyone have that right now handy?
We do.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's
fly
awesome.
a little bit above.
Yeah.
It is. It's fantastic. Everybody, I loved it. I remember when they announced that it would be a possibility. We were absolutely chomping at the bit to find out what it was going to be and what it was going to look like and the requirements for it.
Yeah, awesome.
And then our other one, the one that we help everybody get, just a moment, is the Frost Broods. And we assist guild members in doing the runs for the achievements. We have done the runs so many times.
You got it. We
usually, we have it unlocked. It takes us maybe 15 minutes to get all the achievements. It always takes 2 weeks because of the Sand Lane boss, the Blood Queen. But that is another mount requirement before you move out of the main rank, which is the Trooper, into one of your organizations. And then you'll also need the Undercity banner, which is gotten from the Trial of the Crusader events, which I believe you need 15 of the seals to unlock And those are just a few of the requirements. Thank you. Necro, appreciate that. That would be the banner right there. And we like to make sure our trooper stage for our rankings is made to get you ready to be a big part of the guild.
All right.
And that's what the immersion. That's the immersion. It's all about the immersion for us.
All right.
We want
Excellent.
to make sure that you feel that you are in the Defilers and you are fighting for Stromgarde and you are defending Lordaeron and you have all the attire appropriate to do so.
Excellent. And I guess it kind of moves us right into ranks. So as a new member, you're placed in the trooper rank, correct?
Yes, you are.
And again, you have to work your way up, gather the stuff that you need to get to that next rank, which is what?
Which would be, so from there you choose an organization.
Okay.
And our organizations go as follows. We have the Royal Apothecaries, the Dreadguard, and the Deathstalkers. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a... I was trying to do it in alphabetical order.
Sure.
And I was thinking Apothecary, then D, then D. And those are our three orders at the moment. We do have an overlaying, to kind of get out of it, an overlaying Cult of Forgotten Shadows presence that many of the members partake in and hold to those three tributes very closely in character. We have the Royal Apothecaries, like I said, which are our apothecaries, and you start out as a junior apothecary, and then you work your way up from apothecary to high apothecary. And our high apothecaries, our goal is to have the best presence, lore, and knowledge for roleplay that you can absolutely have for that position. So if you run into one of our high apothecaries, we want to guarantee that they are on top of the game in everything they do.
All right, excellent.
Like any one of our members. We have the Dreadguard, which is the next one, which you start off as you start off as a Dreadguard and you move your way up to a Dread Knight. And that's more of our infantry and cavalry. So that includes scouts and our riflemen and bowmen. And then we as well have the Deathstalkers, which we are most well known for, both our Deathstalkers and our Apothecaries.
All right.
Our Deathstalkers are, as many people will know, the main guerrilla warfare tactic amongst the Defilers, looking to break the ranks before we engage. Working closely with the Royal Apothecaries, you start out as a scout, move your way to a Death Guard or a Light Slayer. Speaking of North Guard, one of them just popped up right there. Great box.
Now feel free to kill him, guys, if you need to. I'm.
Oh, I don't think Armin is marked at the moment.
Oh, okay.
He was just saying hello. He wasn't trying to interrupt.
Okay.
He's flagged.
Oh, he's flagged?
Oh, he is flagged? Well,
Have
go
at him,
ahead.
boys. Yeah,
If he, but our Death Guard look to. They're probably our most. You'll see them in Stormwind doing operations, whether they're poisoning something or going after a target. You'll see them hitting small towns, usually in groups of 2 or 3. Back in the day, we used to have, every member of the guild used to have a rogue, and there was times we'd have 20 rogues online, and we'd go to Stormwind, and we would just have a good time. And they're one of our, like I said, most well-known groups, and from there you work on working with the apothecaries, doing scouting, collecting missions, and quests, all the quests that start you off, whether you're a junior apothecary, a scout, or a Dreadguard. You're going to get quests that are going to bring you both into what the organization means, what it means to be a Defiler, and kind of what you're going to be doing, and making you feel like you're a part of this organization and that your work both matters and that you're part of a greater whole in fighting for something or defending Lordaeron. And at the moment, those are our 3 organizations.
Excellent. Now, how do you become an officer in the guild?
Officer in our guild, I choose my officers. I'm kind of a hard nose when it comes to that. I know that's not the expression, but I keep it clean. I am well known for being extremely picky when it comes to that, and I demand, and I use the word demand, I demand quite a bit from the officers, both in RP ability and knowledge. I spend a lot of time talking to people that are officers and talking to lore, going back and forth. We do a lot of theory crafting, and I want to see what they can do. I want to see what their mindset is. I look towards how they do they make a lot of RP events? Do they take the step forward? I'm always looking for people that take the first step forward. That includes gearing. We don't look to promote officers that are kind of like, well, we'll wait until every time they're just waiting until I log on or Calderese logs on to do something. We look for people that take the initiative. And that's what's, we always look for people that take the initiative. So whether that's PvP and looking to get gear, because DOA does demand that we are able to defend ourselves, as we are almost a vanguard in a situation of the Forsaken War Machine. So we don't like to let that detract from our RP, but it's very much a focal point in this guild that people are up to snuff in gear and ability beyond just RP. And our officers always, we make sure that they rise to that occasion and that they can. We want to make sure when you see one of the lieutenant executors or executors come onto the battlefield that that you feel the presence when you're fighting them, or if they're in an RP situation.
Excellent. Now, how do they remove you as the guild leader, sir?
This has been tried and succeeded at multiple times.
Oh, okay.
We've had a couple civil wars in the past amongst the guild in our storyline, and I believe actually, yes, we do. In our recruitment page on WRA on the forums, I've broken down up to, I think, maybe early 2015, the guild's history and bullet points. I am planning on going back and finishing that, so should this be viewed a little bit later, you'll be able to view that as it gets updated.
Oh, excellent.
It's a Google Doc, so where different ideologies look to overthrow. We had the Royal Apothecaries, to no surprise, throw a coup in Cardarrow while we were on a campaign to control the northern and eastern kingdoms, which we were succeeding at very well, and we only had hinterlands left to take in the campaign before the events happened that led to the crumble of the stability in our RP story, which was a great time.
Right now, unfortunately, sir, Sylvanas has ordered your arrest this evening. That's why everybody who did show up. They're going to assist me in the arrest, and I'll be taking over from here. So, Keldris, if you'll go ahead and do that now.
Don't tempt him. He'll do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Get in the paddy wagon.
So you get the wagon.
You need a booster seat.
Yeah. If we have to tase you, we will, sir. We're not afraid to break out the tasers.
I believe you entirely.
Well, excellent.
All right, just let me slip him off his horse here.
Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Well done, sir.
All right.
And
there he is.
Been taken captive, and I'll be returned to the Undercity shortly.
Yeah, to face your, face trial.
Conditioned in the apothecarium.
Yeah,
that's not so fast. Where's Mr. Bribe? He's not present here.
Oh,
I need a little something for me.
Oh yeah, that'll be coming shortly, sir.
All right. Can I expect it in coins and IOUs?
Gems, sir. Mostly
hair?
Gems.
Gems. Are we Draenei?
Yeah, just. Yeah. Excellent. Well, this brings up the next topic of discussion here with the Defilers of Arathor, and that is guild events. What kind of guild events? And we talked about this a little bit earlier, doing the MOG runs and the mount runs. Are there any other events that you guys do?
We do. We have a few formation events that we're getting back into the habit of, and that's both presentation of marching and whether we're doing phalanx or just proper movement while we're in formation. We practice going around corners with a couple lines. We don't like to do single file. We think it's too boring. I'm a big David Bowie fan, so I like to do things in a rather ostentatious manner.
Okay.
So we will do battle formations, marching formations, which we're really getting back into, and we'll have quite a few of those events coming up in the next couple weeks. What we really like to do the most is just kind of hang out in RP. We have always kind of a consistent campaign going on. We have the overview of defending Lordaeron and taking Stromgarde. We consider that our overall story arc for events, so there'll always be events coming up for that. And then there's always either one or two other events. Sometimes we're looking for relics. That's a classic. We're looking for relics, something to give us an advantage, something to give the Apothecaries or the Deathstalkers or the Dreadguard an advantage. Apothecary events are usually testing things. We have the Flesh Crafters and those that specialize in concoctions. So we'll have a couple of those events. From time to time, we'll do ship-based events on our ship, which is Thoris's Revenge.
Oh, awesome. So do you guys stay fairly busy then?
We've had a bit of a slump the last week, but yes, we do like to say, or last 2 weeks, because we've been working on those quests and those ranks and the structures to make everything a little bit more immersive. So our events, everybody's been super busy with that. So we have our events kind of slipped through the cracks temporarily, but the ball started rolling down the hill again, and our events are going to be popping up on that calendar a couple of weeks again.
Excellent.
We look forward to that.
So tell us, what are the Defilers of Arathor doing right now in their storyline? What's going on with you guys?
Right now, we're actually working on our way, returning to our boat, which is anchored outside of Silverpine. We've made camp in the the barn outside of Amber Mill, and have hunkered down there for a temporary basis, and we will be looking to return to our boat, but as we have gotten a lot of pushback as we move closer to the Undercity, we had to find a way around the South Point Gate because they wouldn't let us pass in that regard, and had to go through the mountains, which led us to the barn situation. And we're trying to weave our way around those forsaken individuals that see us as either traitors or want us out of the picture for the time being.
Excellent. And so, let me hop off my horse again here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to find out, if you've been doing a good job or not, sir. So we'll start on this side and work our way down. Thank you, Vile Spear. Okay. Now, Hennings, again, you're fairly new to the guild, correct?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. And so what can the Defilers of Arathor, you think, what can they do better as a guild?
I love this question.
Oh, no. No, I'm not.
What are they doing that you like,
come on.
I guess? Let's,
No, you're fine.
we're in the
don't feel
circle of
bad.
trust.
As we know, I love to hear, because as we're doing the reworking on the immersion, it's important in every regard.
What would you like to see as a new member in the guild?
Frankly, I just want to see the guild grow.
Okay, more members.
I like to see events on the calendar and things like that.
There you go.
I understand we're in a transition phase, and the only way to go is up. So
Excellent. Okay, so more recruitment, sir.
Chop, chop, Turwinkle.
Yeah,
We're working on it.
yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it, guys. Okay.
We're talking with the
getting it
mighty
up there.
Turwinkle right now.
we're working on it.
I got the whip in my hand. I'm ready to crack to say the word.
All right, excellent. And Henning, so again, what do you like about the guild?
Did Tyrville just finish his keyword?
No, I dropped my pen. I apologize. I'm writing down everything that you're saying.
Oh, okay.
You're being audited.
Yeah, it'll be held against you in the court of law.
I like the people, and frankly, I like the depth of the characters that I've seen, and I was really impressed actually, because Emerald Dream wasn't really known for, or not known. Horde side didn't seem like it had the greatest pool of role players. Like,
all right, that were like really knew the lore and all that.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, all right. And last question here: what did Hennings do when she was alive, quote unquote alive?
She was a seamstress.
Oh, and how did she die?
She was murdered.
Oh, good lord! And
Oh, good.
Did they catch the person that murdered you?
She did.
Oh, and was that a very satisfying dish of revenge?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. And is the person forsaken as well, or did you?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Excellent. Well, very good. And I know we put you on the spot, especially being new to the guild and all, and I think you did really well.
Thank you.
So, all right. So,
I think
Violet.
I-
Oh, go ahead, ma'am.
Oh, I was gonna say, as far as stuff that that I think they could do,
Oh.
I think it would be a little bit nicer if some of like the PvE and PvP events were like on the calendar.
Oh. Sir, so
That is absolutely a good point. We have been we've been doing a little bit more impromptu lately than we have in the past, and I think we will absolutely do that then.
Oh, excellent.
You're right. We've been a little bit more impromptu lately with reworking everything. So.
All right. Well, again, guys, work in progress. These guys just got here, and so they are working on stuff. And this is, we're writing stuff down. We're getting that all squared away. So Vile Spew, I know you work for Caldress, and how has he been to work for? You don't have to be afraid, sir. He can't hurt you here. You're in the circle of trust.
Caldress is good, master. Good, very good.
Okay, excellent. Well, that's good to hear, sir. We like to hear that all the abominations are being taken care of, and so that is good. So excellent. Keldris, now again, you're kind of handling the heavy load, because here at Tyrville, he just likes to sit on your pile of victory, sir, and so you do all the work, and he just kind of takes credit for it. How do you enjoy that?
Well, the way I view it is both in character and out of character. It's pretty rewarding overall, because what a guild should be is sort of a well-oiled machine, cogs always turning. If one person doesn't do their fair share of work, however objective that may be, then the whole thing will come tumbling down. I like handling things behind the scenes, writing stories, spitballing lore with Tyrville. It's pretty rewarding seeing it all come to fruition, even if I'm not always available to RP it out, because I have a very strict schedule whenever it comes this time of the year.
Okay. Well, excellent. And you've been here a long time. What keeps you in the Defilers of Arathor? There's tons of guilds out there. Why stay in this one?
Personally, it's the tight-knit community. For a while there, whenever DOA was on hiatus after Legion pretty much caused a lot of people to quit, I was just roaming around, doing my own thing, and then Tyrville saw that I'd come back from break to the game, and he asked if I would be interested in bringing the guild back from hiatus, and I was like, sure, because I had a lot of good times with the guild, and I wanted to see that come back, and I haven't regretted that decision since. It's been a pretty rocky ride from Emerald Dream to WRA with getting everything set up, but I think, as Hennings put it, there's nowhere to go but up.
All right, excellent. Well, wonderful answer, good sir. Now, we'll come back to you, Turwinkle.
Sounds good to me.
All
We're
right.
still in the bully box.
So, Necros, again, you
Down your level.
wow. So, things you'd like to see in Defilers.
I mean, kind of a little known fact that actually Tyrville controls all of the RNG in WoW. So if he could go ahead and fix that,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
appreciate it.
There you go, Turwinkle. Yeah, if you could loosen the bonds there a little bit. Give
Yeah, I'm the
somebody-
chaos god of RNG.
Yeah,
The
you
more
know,
people
yeah.
believe in me, the stronger I get.
Come on, a 20 roll every now and again would be nice, sir.
Yeah, well, you know.
He'll be happy to find that all rolls will now be 100 now that Tyrville's in custody.
Excellent. There we go. Problem fixed, sir.
But on a more serious note, I think, I mean, obviously transition phase, things are in flux right now. But as things get more settled, is making a few more officers with the power to invite. That way, when people are messaging, we can get them in the guild and processed as quick as possible.
There we go, sir. And especially after they see what an awesome guild you guys are, you're going to have a ton of invites, hopefully. People wanting to come and join you guys.
We love people that are inspired and looking to be part of something. So we look forward to that.
Yeah, step out of that grave. Come on.
Yeah, need a hand.
Yeah, you know, quite literally.
We got the
We'll sew-
apothecaries.
yeah, we'll sew it on for you.
Basket
Yeah.
full of them sitting around.
Just call our toll-free number 1-800-second-chance.
Yeah, there. Excellent. There we go. So, Necro, what keeps you here as well? I mean, again, lots of guilds you could join.
One thing I like about this guild versus a lot of other RP guilds, and no disrespect to them, is it's not just tavern RP. It's not just a bunch of people sitting in the bar talking about their backstories. They actually go out and do something when they role play, and that's a huge thing for me.
Oh, excellent. The action. Into the action, man. Right? Yeah, because, you know, I mean, the tavern RP has its place, but it shouldn't be the main focus, right? I mean, it is called World of Warcraft, right? The war part.
Yeah, time and a
actually
place for
fighting.
everything. And
Yeah.
it's fun to get out there and experience the world with the backstory in place, to do a dungeon in character. That kind of stuff is awesome.
There we go. Excellent. Excellent answers all around, sir. All right. Bertrando. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hey, let me go ahead and make a comment here on our guild leadership. Tyrville is the passion. You can always tell his excitement when he's angry, when he's upset, when the passion that he leads with, while Caldris is the rock, always there for us.
Wow. Did you write that down, sir?
It's
I'm
actually
weeping. That was
it's a good combination.
Yeah, that is awesome. You need to write that down, sir. You got to carve that into a rock at the base.
I'm ready and willing. Just
That's
get the
it.
chisel.
Yeah, that's.
We're gonna carve it into Caldris' skin.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, tattoo that on, sir.
He's the rock. It's my Rock of Gibraltar.
That's right. Or The Rock. You know, the movie.
Yeah.
The Rock. It could be.
They say a picture's worth
Sean
1,000
Connery,
words,
you
but
know.
an inscription in a stone will confuse historians forever.
Yeah, yeah. Caldris is the Sean Connery to the Nicolas Cage of
Wow.
the movie The Rock. Yeah, there we
Incredibly
go.
insulting.
What?
No, I just messing with you.
I like it.
So excellent. Now, Bertendro, again, what keeps you here, sir?
It's the people. Guild is always about the people. Even World of Warcraft, it's
Oh yeah.
in the game.
All right. Excellent. Well,
Well put.
yeah, very well put. Very succinct and to the point. All right. And now, Alice, you already kind of told Tarvel here what needed to be fixed, and we'll get right on that. But
yeah.
what do you and what do you enjoy about being in the guild here, madam?
Lace.
Lace.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you guys were talking to me. Well, number one, earlier someone said something about it not being tavern roleplay or constantly in a hub. I really like that because I recently transferred from Moonguard, and all the guilds that I were in were like tavern hub type roleplay.
Well,
where
not that one tavern, is it?
And I like that they mix PvE, PvP, and like the OOC elements with IC elements, because I like playing the game for the game as well.
All right. And Deegan, yeah, I will. Yeah, because that Coldshire on Moonguard is exactly that. So it is crap.
We're
looking to build a Lions Pride Inn right here in Arathi.
Oh well, there we go. Yeah.
A very lucrative economic venture.
Yeah, that's
right on top of what we call Trollbane's Rise.
Oh, nice.
Mountain over there.
It really wasn't so much Lion's Pride as it was all the drama that was on Moonguard. It seems to be less on Wormrust, which I like.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you haven't found as much drama. Oh, what have we got running away here? A Nightborn Warlock. Alrighty.
We see a lot of those Nightborn out here.
Sounds like a
a mistake.
All right, and last but not least, got Neelost here. Sir, suggestions to the leadership here?
When BFA comes out, hopefully we'll be able to raid their Alliance hub.
Ah. There we go. Oh, we got... Oh,
go on. I'm listening. Just a bit hard of hearing.
Yeah, he lost his left ear in a fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
I lost my left ear in the war. What war? The war.
The war. So, so being able to raid that Alliance hub.
Yeah, that's what I look forward to.
All right, excellent. And again, what keeps you here, sir? In DOA.
Oh, definitely the people. I leveled up this character when I moved to this server, and Bertrando was nice enough to send me some very expensive and nice 2 pieces of gear that I've kept well after I hit 110.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So it was great.
Nice, helping one another out. That's what it's about, right?
Yes, I appreciated that a lot.
Well, excellent. Excellent, guys. And so, now, Terraville, I guess your question's a little different.
All right.
You've heard some suggestions and from the guild here as far as what they would like to see. As far as what you have planned down the road, is there anything that you can kind of share with the folks out there?
There will be
gold for everyone that joins the guild. What?
We are rolling into BFA at full steam and with as much excitement as is possible to muster. The warfront for Stromgarde, the situation from Stromgarde, has been Ovici, the leader of Northgard. When we found out about it, the first thing we did is whisper each other on both Discord and in game. It's what we've been looking forward to for 6 years almost. It's what it's like a little boy's dream. But as the Undercity falls and we look to both save the Forsaken that are not able to escape and run operations back into former Forsaken-controlled territories, including regain control of Arathi. there will be many PvP opportunities that'll both be on the calendar and with the new PvP system. Many of us will be flagged and looking for coordinated RP PvP fights, which will absolutely be on the calendar. So anybody that would like to get in contact with us, you can absolutely reach one of us in game for that. We'd love to do a short story fight with that. Anybody who's come and attack Galen's Fall, come and attack Terran Mel, and we'll be there. I mean, you want to attack the Bulwark up in Terran's Fall, we'll be there. Let us know. We'd love to. We'd love to participate with you. Help you fill out any storylines of any Alliance Lordaeron guilds. We love content to our fighting. We love perspective, and that's one of the reasons we left Emerald Dreams, because everybody. I apologize for the cricket. I've been trying to kill him for like 2 months.
Is that a cricket, really?
It is. He's
Wow.
very, very loud. He must be massive at this point because it's been like 2 months. So
That's amazing.
yeah, we've been. I've made good friends with this cricket. So as we get into that, we're really looking forward to the Undercity and what will be our ride of the Rohirrim into Pelennor Fields, and our savior. Obviously, we're not going to be saving Undercity, but our glorious ride to fight the Alliance attacking the Undercity in story and in character, and the regathering of that. There's almost an overwhelming amount of RP potential, and this expansion has brought me somewhat out of the campaign-oriented storylines, but BFA promises so much potential to bring us back into that and bring that passion back that it's almost it's really undescribable, because it's like I said, it's something I honestly cannot believe that they're going to be doing something with Arathi, and there's a few people that owe me money because of it. I'm pretty sure,
wow.
gold at least,
Wow.
that said that there's no way they're going to be revisiting the old world, but
Well,
they are.
Let me just say that it's going to be sad to see you and the rest of the Horde get destroyed by the Alliance during this fight.
How
Because
dare
I
you?
like you guys. And I think, hey, it's going to bother me when